and good morning, guys. A different morning, same routine. I just gave everybody their snack, letting my roof fruits go body. It's every day the same. A little different time. We're a little later because it's Thursday, and Thursdays is my day off, and I allow myself to sleep a little bit longer. And this is the relaxed day for the dogs. Less works, less sessions, more playtime with each other. So my Thursdays are the days that I need to do my groceries, run my errands. Hey, Darla. There's my good friend here, Darla. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, and she knocked the phone out of my hands. But yeah, Thursdays is my dog food day. I need to buy dog food supplies for the business and my groceries. So it's kind of not my day off, but it is my day off. And then the dogs are worked less. They play more with each other, have fun. But the mornings are the same, just a little later, as you can see. It is now 6:30. It is a little bit more light than it was yesterday. So the tree pups are out first. No, that's not right. Falca is already done. Falca eats and hangs out with me before everybody else, and then she goes in her studio where she is, and then it's the goof troop here. And they're gonna go potty. It's pretty funny how all the dogs change with the arrival of a new dog. Ruppert is getting more comfortable and starts marking the trees. The first 2-3 days he didn't have the guts to mark the trees, but now he says, hey, I guess this is my new home and this is mine. So he's a natural dominant dog, and he starts marking where all the boys pee. And he's exploring the females. He's very interested in all the females. Darla is his best friend. And then Benny, Benny's eating grass here. It's spring, so the grass is getting sweeter, and they like the fresh growth on the grass. Hey, Benny. Hey, Benny. Yeah, you're a good boy. And there's my friend Darla. Yes. And so the dogs love the greenest grass. It's super sweet for them. It's like a candy. You see Buna eating it there. So in the months of May, March to May, the dogs eat all this fresh spring grass, and it's literally all the dogs. All my clients say the same thing. Hey, my dog start eating grass. There's something wrong with his belly. Well, no, there's sugar in the grasses, and it tastes like a candy cane for the dogs. So yeah, they eat it. So it is true though that when dogs eat grass regularly, that there might be an upset stomach, or in many cases that the kibble you're feeding is not nutritious enough. You'll see that with a massive amount of poop. So if the dogs poop like massive amount and you feed them a lot, then the kibble is probably not the ideal dog food for the dog. And you might switch to something better or something different that agrees more with their digestive system, as not all dogs are the same. So there they are. They're like in a candy shop this morning. It is less cold. I think it's about 36, 37 degrees. There's no frost. It's a little chilly, but not really freezing. I do put the heat lamps on even on a day like this, because what I told you guys before. Oh, let me wipe my lens off here. Oh, that's better. What I told you guys yesterday is arthritis is a dog killer, and wet concrete is a big contributor to that. So you see, all my dogs are waiting in their kennels. It's automatic, and I'm gonna turn my heat lamps on. And I see that I forgot to clean up a poop yesterday. They went to bed pretty late, and I must have been sleepy. So Buna has pooped, and I haven't cleaned it up. So I'm gonna do that here quickly, and then I'm gonna give them some water. Oh, I have 2 kennels to clean, I see. So let me pick up these 2 kennels, and I'll be right back. So that was that. I'm going to give these guys some water. I do have a heater here in the water room because my power washer is there. And it does freeze, so I'm afraid that the water lines are freezing. So that's why I put that on here. Benny is my good assistant here. And the reason why I put the water bowls in the front is for my own convenience, of course. Give the dog some water. Say hi, Darla. Okay, she's looking at Benny here. And there's Buna. Say hi, Boons. They're 4-gallon buckets. 3-gallon buckets, sorry. Not 4, 3-gallon buckets. There's Benny. There might. Oh, and the hand is in front of the camera again. I'm such an amateur. Come on, Ben. He hates being in the way too, Benny. He loves being in the way, I mean. Pretty crazy. You see, he knows it's kennel time. Hey, bud. He's such a good guy. I just need to give him some water too. Oh, it's starting to rain. Washington, I guess. I am sick of the rain here in Washington. This is not a fun state. Absolutely not a fun state to live and to work. People do like the green, but if you're like me and you work outside every day, the rain gets really old very quickly. So, yeah, and I got so much pressure on my water. Oh, and I do that again. With this ultra wide lens, it's so easy to block the camera. I love the new iPhones though. They're doing a really, really good job in filming everything I do. The entire Ruppert series is filmed with an iPhone. Here you go, Ben. That's this cookie. It's filmed with an iPhone, and I'm literally impressed. All my kilns are double latched. I'm really impressed with the quality. So I'm gonna let Carl out, finish my morning, and I'll check back in with you when I have Ruppert. And here's our friend Ruppert. Same routine like every morning. Body break first. Let me turn some lights on in the garage. Body break first, and then we'll have our training session. The barking is Falca that you can hear in the studio. And then he's getting pretty used to the area here. He knows kind of where the garage is, where the house is, and there's evidence of Ruppert from yesterday's scuttle sessions with Tiffany, one of my clients. So my training goal for today, guys, I probably have a very similar training block that I have yesterday. So in that training block, I'm going to build further on the skills that he learned yesterday. That means the sit, stay, and coming into heel position. I hope I can get some bigger distance today and a little bit more time in the sit. Oh, he's smelling something. A little bit longer time in the sit, and then a better response to the visual cue of the basic position. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna give him one more opportunity to pee, and then he should be fine. If a male pees 2-3 times, that's about right. I guess he's ready to work, so here he is. So my training goal, again, same training block, same amount of sessions than yesterday. Build upon the skills that we've learned yesterday. Visual cue sit, and then duration in the sit, and visual cue for the basic position, with hopefully a little bit shorter latency in the basic position in the cue. So you know the routine by now. I'm gonna check out here, and I will see you in the session. He gets rewarded for checking in all the time. You can see from the get-go, he kind of remembered everything from yesterday, and I'm able to build bigger distance in between it. So my first session is just building the sit stay here. I'm gonna do about 10 repetitions, but I can see that he's doing fine. I'm actually cheating because I'm creeping. Oh, and he broke. Let's try that again. Okay, good stuff. So that was my first session. That was great. He did absolutely fantastic. So I think it's time to raise the criteria a little bit. I'm gonna stay with the sit stay and see how that goes. So from the first session here, was mistake number 1. If he fails 5 times, I need to go lower. Oh, and he broke again. So I just lowered my criteria. I didn't go as far this time. Oh, he sees my wife coming out. She knows not to come out when I train, especially with new sessions, new dogs. Nice, I'm making a lot of progress here. Don't be a communist. I made it all the way back. Yeah, and a little event now, very nice. Goed zo, jongen. Goed zo, flinke. Flinke. So that was nice. In 2 days I've been able to get at least 20-25 feet of distance here. So session number 3, I'm gonna start implementing the basic position. I just dropped food. It's out. I'm going to reinforce the sit here, so he discriminates the visual cue of sitting and the visual cue of healing. It's very important that in your visual cue process that you lay that discrimination. With my food presentation, I am adjusting his position just a little bit. Good boy. He's getting distracted because there's some cats here in my neighbor's yard that are popping up. Then the chickens are out. Again, I'm reinforcing the sit stay on the visual cue. But I do make progress here with the basic position. The latency of to the visual cue is shortened, which is good compared to yesterday. Again, I'm reinforcing that sit command just to emphasize the discrimination between the two visual cues, that when he sees the finger, he needs to remain in a sit. As I think I will be ready in the next training block or so to add a audible cue to the sit. And again, there's a cat now there. Nicely done. Good sound. Okay, I'm gonna keep that session a little shorter because he did good and because there were some distractions. So I'm gonna give him a little cuddle here as a good break, and I'm gonna do one more session after this. Good job. Good job. So let's try one more here. I'm going to start the same way. I'm going to reinforce the sit on my visual cue sit. And that all helps with the discrimination between cues. A mistake that many people make in their training is not discriminating visual cues early enough, and then later they get into trouble. And they talk a lot within the session to the dog. They add audible cues way too fast. Before you add an audible cue, your behavior should be should be very good, very good. So you see here he broke because he's anticipating, and I don't want him to do that. Until I give him the visual cue, then he can come into basic position. So had niet kloek, hè? I'm gonna do one more sit here. And one more, and then I'm gonna finish the training block. So. I'm gonna emphasize the sit again, and then see if I can get a little bit further away to call him into basic position. That was absolutely great. Okay. Yeah, and we're finishing with a good luring party here. Super fun for the dog. Yeah. So turn your reward into a little event. Very important. And this is the end of his training block. And we made a lot of progress, as you can see, compared to yesterday. We increased the duration in the sit. We had better discrimination in the visual cue, and the latency of responding to the visual cue of calling him into basic position was shorter. So, you know, this morning session was very awesome. I will see you guys in the next one. That was a session, guys. Didn't do any talking. I just wanted to focus on all the visual cues. In this session, I used the visual cues to reinforce the sit-stay. As you can see, that went a lot better than this morning. Ruppert stayed in position. There was good discrimination between the heeling and the visual cue for sit. I was able to go all the way to the back and forward. I implemented a little side step. He did good with the distractions of the barking dogs. The visual cue for heeling latency is again reduced. I was able to ask him into heeling from a longer distance, from further away, and I tried shaping a recall for the front, where I'm going to use the visual cue for with my two hands. I just tested that, tried it, and he's responding, so I think I'm going to keep that. So that was it. So he's going to have a little break now, and then probably another play session this afternoon with his favorite girl Darla, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye. You can come in, Jeff. Just climb over or... Woohoo! He's so happy he can run. Darla, neem. Darla, fooi! Darla! Darla! She likes to turn around, push her back into you, and then you can scratch her belly. That's why she does the flippy flips. Right here. Come on. See? That's the move.